Good evening. I'm calling to order the meeting of the West Windsor Township Council for June 16th, 2025. Allison, can you call the roll?
Gawas. Here. Jeevers. Here. Mandel.
Here.
Weiss. Whitfield.
Here.
Okay. And have we adequately noticed?
Yes, we were adequately noticed to the Times in the Princeton packet on January 17th, 2025, filed with the municipal clerk, posted in the Township Municipal Building and on the website. Please stand for the salute to the flag.
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And now we have a ceremonial matter. Mayor Hemant Marathi will be doing the State of the Township Address for 2025. Mayor?
Thanks, Andrea. Thank you, Council President Mandel and Council members, for your kind invitation to give my State of the Township address. I don't like to give long speeches. However, over the years, I have realized that the topics Mayor and Council deal with are complex and can't be explained in a short social media post, but can be easily misrepresented by a soundbite. This year is no different. I would like to talk about multiple topics: taxes, which are ever popular, affordable housing, and of course, growing pains for our township. I had written an exceedingly long speech, especially when I knew Gay wasn't sitting there. I didn't expect it. Now, when I got elected, she had told me no more than 5-minute speeches. So, and I was ready to set a record for length of the State of the Township address in West Windsor. Well, you can thank the NBA for saving you from the trouble. They scheduled Game 5 championship tonight instead of the weekend. I had to cut my speech in half in order to get home to watch at least the fourth quarter. As good as I was in academics in college, it was always the second priority. I'm glad I passed on that love of sports to my daughters, one of whom, after graduating with MBA from Wharton, rather than joining investment banking firm, will start working for NBA in 2 weeks. Since my wife and I moved to West Windsor in August of '94, the township has grown substantially from roughly 18,500 residents to more than 30,000 today. We face the same growing pains as any organization, losing a sense of community. People not acting neighborly, speeding through neighborhoods, not stopping for school bus, not picking after their dog on a little league field or your driveway, just to name a few of the issues. Township Council just approved the 2025 budget. I'm pleased to say the municipal budget has no tax increases. During the budget, we always get requests for safety-related improvements: more street lights, crosswalks, flashing beacons, road diets, and so on. As mayor, with council support, we have again been able to incorporate many safety initiatives in the budget. We do our part, and I would like to request the community to do theirs. When I speak to the police chief, he always tells me that majority of drivers who get tickets in town are West Windsor residents. And 100% of people who don't pick up after their dog are township residents. That is not a neighborly behavior. People engaging in these behaviors are our friends, neighbors, and sometimes we ourselves. West Windsor is a special place. Independent organizations pick our town as one of the best places to raise a family, not only in New Jersey, but the entire United States. That is because we care about each other as individuals and our neighborhood. It's up to each of us to keep it that way. Treat each street as our own street, each playground as our own yard, each resident as our friendly neighbor. In short, we each should take care of our township as if it's our own house. Some of the non-neighborly behavior is due to unfamiliarity with traffic laws or ignorance of our own behavior. I'm happy that the West Windsor Bicycle and Pedestrian Alliance is undertaking a campaign to educate residents about traffic laws. I've talked to quite a few high school students to start a campaign among their fellow students to foster a neighborly responsibility in all of us. The government can't enforce good neighborly practices alone. It must come from every resident to be successful. I encourage each of us to take a pledge to do our part. That brings me to the next topic of affordable housing obligation. One part of being a special place is to ensure that everyone can afford to live in West Windsor. The developers, with the help of state politicians, would like you to believe affordable housing is only about how many new homes they are allowed to build. Real affordable housing policy is much more comprehensive, and an important part of it that is to ensure residents who live in West Windsor can afford to stay here. West Windsor has been one of the most progressive towns in terms of affordable housing. We require the highest percentage of affordable housing built as a percentage of any new development, 25%, or one affordable house for every 3 regular price homes. We always require integrated developments and do not allow the developers to discriminate against people who live in affordable housing. And I'll talk about our plan this year, and I'm happy to say that we have managed to do only using integrated developments. We have approved all projects that we agreed to in round 3, and most of them are well on their way to completion. Don't let anyone fool you. West Windsor has one of the best records on affordable housing. With the 4th round of affordable housing now upon us, some builders may sue us to allow them to build a higher number of houses to increase their own profits. This uncontrolled growth leads to higher taxes, thereby putting a squeeze on seniors with fixed income and middle-class residents. This hardship forces individuals to simply move out of West Windsor, resulting in replacing one group of people who need affordable housing with a new group of people. During the last 8 years since I became mayor in 2018, municipal taxes on an average home in West Windsor have increased a total of $61.42. That's cumulative in 8 years, or for an increase of $7.67 per year. Our residents don't realize their municipal taxes are stable because during the same time, the county taxes have increased by $776.66, while the school taxes have increased by $1,438.73, and an annual increase of about $98 and $180 respectively. When people complain about taxes, I point out that it's not because of municipal taxes, which have been mostly flat for the last 8 years, but due to school and county taxes. Their response is, what are you as mayor going to do about it? It's futile to explain to them that mayor and council have zero control over county and school taxes, and we only collect and pass funds to them. They want solutions from anyone who would listen, and I listen. What I, as mayor, can do about your county and school taxes is to take a two-pronged approach. First, by controlling the number of new housing units that is built in West Windsor, thus reducing the pressure of school kids and resulting school taxes. Second, by increasing the ratables so we can spread school district and county taxes over a larger base, thus reducing the impact on homeowners. Let me talk about the increase in commercial ratables first. Since becoming mayor, our total assessed values or total taxable base have increased from $5.973 billion to $6.153 billion for a total increase of 3%. That increase may sound small over an 8-year period, but that is despite the decrease in assessment for various commercial properties during COVID and due to lack of office demand for office space. The fact is, unlike housing, commercial properties get reassessed every year, and the owners are not hesitant to challenge our assessment. Despite those challenges, we have managed to increase our assessments by 3%, resulting in a lower tax burden on individual homeowners. That brings me to the favorite topics of my critics, the warehouses. To date, and for near future, there will only be one 300,000 square feet warehouse built in West Windsor on 571 along East Windsor border. It is small compared to our 2.5 million square feet of 5 new warehouses, either already built or under construction in East Windsor, less than 1 mile from our border. Our neighboring mayor, while joining my critics, forgets to mention the fact that she is building a complex many times larger than our own and exactly on the same street, about 1 mile from our border. It is half the size of the proposed warehouses that my critics claim is the largest in New Jersey. The main difference is our project is in future, but the East Windsor project is already here. On positive side, the small warehouse has already contributed $1,027,555.48 in just the affordable housing fee, 50% of which we have already collected. This fee allows us to help people living in affordable housing as either a direct subsidy towards rent or by paying for improvements to their homes. When completed this year, this warehouse is expected to contribute approximately $1 million in taxes, of which roughly $600,000 will be school taxes, helping residents with their school and county tax burden. This brings me to the first thing I can do as mayor to help residents with their school and county tax burden: control growth in West Windsor. In January, the state legislature passed a new Affordable Housing Act, A4, which required the Department of Community Affairs, or DCA, to come up with required number of affordable housing units for each town during the fourth round, which starts this year and runs through 2035. The DCA was required to use 3 criteria, one of which was the available land. The DCA came up with a number of 661 units for West Windsor. We immediately realized that the DCA had used faulty data and have included the land that had an approval for warehouse on the large 600 plus acre Atlantic Realty site. We challenged the number and the council passed a resolution which stated we believed our requirement was only 392 units. As expected, we were sued by the Builders Association and Fair Share Housing Center. During the rushed process of the resulting court case, the judge forced us to accept a settlement of 480 units as proposed by the Fair Share Housing Center. Sadly, during the court proceeding, there was no arguments about the law or actual data, but a forced settlement due to time pressure on the judge to resolve all the lawsuits in our court within a very short period of time. However, the law does provide us an opportunity to file our fair share housing plan based on vacant land analysis, a right which was recognized in our settlement with Fair Share Housing Center. That is exactly what we plan to do before end of this month. Our housing element and fair share plan that is posted on our township website will be voted on by the planning board and endorsed by the council on June 25th. As the plan states, using analysis of available land in West Windsor, we should be required to build only 236 affordable units during round 4. The plan, as will be presented to the court, goes well beyond that and hopes to build a total of 300 units, including credits. 241 actual units plus 51 units credit for converting a commercial property into residential. Even that small number means West Windsor will be welcoming 964 new families to town in addition to the about 2,700 that we will welcome under round 3. Most of the development under round 3 is either completed or well on its way to completion. The plan is structured new development will support existing commercial tenants while at the same time keeping traffic impact on town to a minimum. Each project was chosen to help a specific issue to benefit the township. To my warehouse critics, by occupying the land with an approved project, we saved almost 425 affordable units to be built during round 4. The difference between the DCA calculated number of 661 and our actual number of 236. This will result in almost 1,700 fewer homes being built in West Windsor. Allowing such development would have overwhelmed the school system and caused traffic gridlock in town. It was a difficult decision to make. I was happy to take criticism over the past several years because I knew it was the right decision for West Windsor. The warehouse project is currently on hold, waiting county approval. If and when it's fully built, it is expected to contribute about $14 million in taxes, resulting in much lower tax burden for the residents. West Windsor is considered a wealthy town, and it is true when you compare to many other towns in New Jersey. However, a little known fact is that more than 40% of households in West Windsor earn less than $150,000 a year, while 28% of households earn less than $100,000 a year. The amounts may seem large and go a long way in other states. They don't go far in New Jersey, and especially in towns such as West Windsor. In fact, with $100,000 of income, you will qualify for a medium income affordable housing unit, even as a 2-person family. Neither the developers nor the Fair Share Housing Center care about these 40% of households who find it increasingly difficult to cope with the increasing tax burden. As mayor, I feel it's my moral obligation to care about all residents. The 3 issues, development in township, affordable housing, and tax burden, are all interrelated. The critics have the luxury of offering a solution to one of them without worrying about the effect on the other 2. As mayor, I must strike a balance among all of them. It's a difficult balancing act that I believe we have done well. The Fair Share Housing Plan we will present strikes a balance between the economic needs of all existing residents while trying to encourage new people to move into town. I accept that not everyone will be happy with every development decision I make. I can assure you that it's made with the best interest of West Windsor in mind. In face of challenges, West Windsor continues to make progress. The downtown is taking shape with completion of the Avalon project. Mercer County has once again delayed improvements to 571, but we expect the project to be bid out next year. We are working with the parking authority to rehabilitate the old school district bus garage. It will be turned into a pocket park and a parking lot where community events with food trucks can be held over the weekend. Thanks to Andy Lupo, the parking chairman, to working with us. Just last week, we installed the plaque at Nash Park, a project that was envisioned by my predecessor, Mayor Shea. The first part of Vaughn Drive extension should open any day now, while we continue to plan for a permanent Van Drive extension. I'm committed to the Pain Snake bypass whenever the SRI property is fully developed. We continue to attract many small businesses. I've been privileged to attend several ribbon cuttings ceremonies around town. One just last Saturday, one is scheduled this Saturday. For a number of years, people have been asking for a high-end restaurant. I'm happy to know that Eddie V's, a high-end seafood restaurant for dinner by reservation only, opened in Market Fair Mall just a few weeks ago. A new Brazilian steakhouse is planned on the north side of Route 1. All in all, West Windsor continues to be a great place and envy of others. I wish I can claim all credit, but running a township is a team sport. I would like to acknowledge many groups and people that helped West Windsor become what it is. First, many of the decisions in township are done by committees and boards, starting from Affordable Housing Committee to Zoning Board and everyone in between. In addition, there are other organizations such as West Windsor Bicycle Pedestrian Alliance, Friends of West Windsor Open Space, the Historical Society, the two volunteer firehouse companies, which work closely with the township. Every member in these organizations are volunteers and participate due to their love for the community. Some, like planning board members, take occasional abuse from residents because of the tough decisions they are forced to make. Second, nothing can be done in township unless council approves my recommendations. Based on experience, I can tell you they may be personal friends, but they are a tough bunch to deal with when policy decisions are made. Some weeks, I argue with council president more than I argue with my own wife. What's important is at the end of the day, we come up with a solution that works for betterment of West Windsor. When I argue with my wife, I always lose. In this case, I have at least 50% chance. Third, the township professionals who are responsible for day-to-day functioning of the township. Starting with Marlena Schmidt to the last employee in the township, they are professionals and experts at what they do. They keep me out of trouble by worrying about every decision faced by the township. The commitment and professionalism of West Windsor employees has allowed me to present a flat budget for 8 years, while at the same time increasing our surplus from $900,000 when I assumed office in 2018 to almost $10 million this year. The praise I hear often from residents about our township employees make me feel proud. Last but not the least, the residents of West Windsor make our school district and townships successful. I thank all of you for your commitment and contribution to West Windsor. This year, I'll complete 8 years as your mayor. Before that, I served on the council for 2 years and school board for 12. It has been a privilege and honor to serve West Windsor in various capacities. I'm thankful to all who have given me an opportunity to serve. I hope to continue my volunteer service for at least a few more years or until my wife says enough. So thank you very much again for this opportunity to address you.
Thank you, Mayor. And I just want to say that I think if we argued with our spouses as much as we argue, neither of us would be married anymore. Okay, next on the agenda, moving on to public comment. There's a 30-minute maximum and a 3-minute limit to each person. And I want to remind everybody that this public comment is for everything but the one hearing on a ordinance that we have coming up. So any other comments you want to make on anything else or any resolutions, now would be the time. So I'm going to open public comment first. Allison, is there anybody who's signed up?
I don't have anyone on the
Signed
list.
up? Okay, so anybody would like to make comment, public comment, please line up over here and we can open it up. No, going once, twice. All right, I'm going to close public comment. There will be another public comment period available at closer to the end of the meeting after the business. Moving right along, I'm going to go to administration comments.
Yes, I have several announcements this evening. DPW is collecting in Zone 3. I want to remind residents that curbside manners matter. Remember to maintain your property curb to curb. Help keep our community walkable, bikeable, and safe by maintaining your property. Please look beyond the front entrance. Maintenance of the reverse and side frontages on the rear and the side of the properties is the property owner's responsibility. Areas to maintain include grass strips, curbside spaces, and sidewalks that intersects many community walkways. Please pick up litter and debris, trim overgrown vegetation and low-hanging branches to ensure safe passages for your neighbors. This promotes healthy and active lifestyles for all who live in the community. The other things that you can do are as follows. You can regularly sweep or clear sidewalks of fallen vegetation, trim bushes, trees, and grass along the sidewalks and curbs, remove litter, debris, and any other obstructions. There is a graphic illustration of the areas of the properties that I referred to on the township website. Our health department provided this public service announcement for me to announce tonight. There will be a community health fair that will offer free health screenings, health resources, and giveaways Saturday, June 21st, 2025, from 10 a.m. to 2:00 p.m. It will be held at 49 North Main Street, Windsor, New Jersey. That's a section of Robbinsville. And Robbinsville is one of the communities that the West Windsor Township Health Department serves along with Hightstown. And then finally, the Motor Vehicle Commission's mobile unit event will be held on July 14th from 10:00 a.m. to 2:00 p.m. The mobile unit will be parked alongside the senior center in the parking lot here at 271 Clarksville Road. Scheduling of online appointments will open up on Monday, June 30th. And the items that you can, or the business you can take care of at the mobile unit is as follows. You can apply for a real ID, registration renewal, the initial permit, that's the initial driver's permit, a non-driver ID, and then duplicate and replacement title or registration. No appointment is necessary for surrendering license plates, for applying for handicap, veterans, or Purple Heart placards, and purchase of red CDL decals. If you do make an appointment to attend the event on July 14th and you realize that you're unable to make your appointment, please go online and cancel your appointment so that the Motor Vehicle Commission can help other residents in town that are available. This event fills up rather quickly, so stay tuned, and I'll be making this announcement again at the meeting on June 30th, but the registration will be available come Monday, June 30th. That's all I have for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Marlena. And Marlena did mention about registering. From everything I've heard, those registrations fill up the second they open up still, especially because people are still looking for their real IDs. So I would highly recommend anybody that wanting that to get right on there. If you want to get into our mobile unit, the nice close by right here, and try to register as soon as possible.
I'm sorry, I do have one
Sure.
other announcement. The West Windsor Historical Society has selected the winner of the
Logo contest.
logo contest. Thank you. And Mayor, can you help me pronounce his name, please?
Her. So
Keshvi Jetli.
We'd like to congratulate that individual, a West Windsor Middle School student, for winning the logo contest. Not only did the judging panel appreciate her hand-drawn art with some modifications, it depicted significant elements of local revolutionary history. And there'll be a story about the logo and what it means on the Historical Society's website, and we'll provide a link on the township website as well. It's a beautiful logo.
Yeah, we saw it. Thank you. Yes. Mayor, did you have anything else you wanted to
No,
say?
I had my speech.
Oh, yeah, you can get 2 shots if you want. Okay. All right. Thank you. We'll go now to council member comments. Linda, can we start with you?
Yes, all right, I got a bunch of comments, a lot of events I've attended, but I'll try to get through it very quickly. On May 26th, we celebrated Memorial Day with our annual parade and services in remembrance of those who died in serving our nation. So we are forever grateful for their ultimate sacrifice that they made. Thank you to Gay Huber, Master of Ceremonies, and to the Township Clerk Allison Sheehan and Deputy Clerk Joey Godin for organizing the ceremony. And much thanks to the men's a cappella chorus, the Garden Statesmen, singer Jackie Owens, the West Windsor Honor Guard, American Legion Post 76 Adjunct Michael McMahon Sr., the Police Department, Department of Public Works, and our fire companies, Fire Police, and Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. On May 28th, I did attend part of Mercer County's first transportation forum. So there are lots of talk on complete streets, trails, transit, and a lot of safety issues. On May 31st, the West Windsor Lions Club and Send Hunger Packing held their annual meal packing event. It's in Station 43. Myself and Andrea helped a large group of residents pack almost 22,000 meals for those in need. So it's a fun and worthy cause. So consider helping out next year. It's open to all residents to help out. On June 1st, on behalf of the mayor, I attended the Girl Scouts Court of Awards ceremony at Dutch Neck Elementary School. Nidhi Arnie received a silver award for a project encouraging pet owners to use pet ID tags, microchips, and GPS tracker IDs. Shrivika Sinha and Ayman Kamal received a silver award for their project addressing gender gap in STEM activities inside or outside of the classroom. I thank the girls and their troop leaders for all their hard work. Also on June 1st, the Historical Society of West Windsor held their second annual Farm Day event at the Skank Farmstead. It was a lot of fun seeing the children petting and feeding some of the animals in their caged-in pens. Besides Dan, Andrew and I attended the county's Pride Flag Raising event in Mercer County Park on June 14th. The county does have an Office of LGBTQIA+ affairs that can help individuals with navigating government programs and assessing services that support job training, housing, and economic development. Their office number is 609-503-9895. West Windsor's newest restaurant, which is now open, is Eddie V's, as the mayor mentioned, and it's located in Market Fair. Andrew and I got an impromptu tour on June 6th. Their menu has many, many delicious fish dishes, and they also have steak selections. So every night there is music to enjoy, and that's certainly unique to the restaurants around here. Every night, they said, live music. So we congratulated the managers on opening night and welcomed them to West Windsor. Andrea and I held an open house in Room B on June 12th, and it was well attended by residents. Last Friday, the township dedicated a memorial plaque on a stone in honor of John and Alicia Nash. John was a Nobel Prize winning mathematician, and the movie A Beautiful Mind was inspired by his life. Alicia was a physicist. Tragically, both of them were killed in a taxi cab crash in 2015. Their son, John, attended as part of the dedication ceremony. And thanks to Friends of West Windsor Open Space for funding the plaque in Nash Park. Finally, happy Father's Day to everybody who celebrated yesterday on Father's Day. And congratulations to all the graduates of High School South, High School North, and all the private schools that some of the children attend. So just wish you all the best in the future. May all your dreams come true. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Linda. We've been hanging out a lot together.
I know.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Sonia?
Well, thank you, Mayor, for the very informative address. I think you covered a lot. I do want to start by praying for all the victims of Flight A171. The flight crashed soon after it took off. I think it didn't even take off fully, and it crashed. So and it crashed on a medical university's building. So there were many other victims as well. So I really want to pray for the victims and their families. On May 22nd, I attended the 25th anniversary of a organization called SACS, South Asian Community Social Service group that celebrated their 25th anniversary on May 22nd. This group was formed in 2001, and I was one of their first clients when they helped me after post 9/11. Many know that I lost my first husband to 9/11, but this group was the one who actually really helped me, held my hand. Many don't know that there was a time when I was homeless after 9/11, and this was the group that really helped me start my life again. So I was very happy to celebrate their 25 years of social service and community service. This past Saturday, June 14th, Mayor and I attended Paddle for Pink event at Mercer County Park. It's a majestic dragon boat race in support of breast cancer. As many of you know, I am a breast cancer survivor myself. So I was privileged to be there to poke the dragon eye to wake up the warriors. So I thank Mayor to join me in doing that. Lastly, I won't go into all the other events that I think many of my colleagues and I have attended. But I just want to remind everyone this coming Friday, June 20th, is Dive Into Summer. This year's funds raised will go in support of our local police department. So it's again on Friday, June 20th, 5 to 8 p.m. at Westminster Community Park. So I hope to see everyone there.
Thank you, Sonia. And I'm hoping for really good weather for the 20th. I think it's supposed to warm up.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah, it's supposed to be warm finally. And the
Let's
pool's
keep it
gonna be
that way.
Swimming. I mean, let's go for it.
Yeah, this year the school is letting out late. So normally the event happens Friday after school lets out, but because the school is letting out only on June 26th, we wanted to go ahead and do it early so we can start, the pool. So again, that reminds me, congratulate to all our high school graduates who will be graduating on June 26th. So thank you.
Thank you, Sonia. Martin?
Well, I think Linda covered enough for all of us this evening. So I just wanted to thank the mayor for his State of the Township address and all the pertinent details information for the residents. And I also reiterate my council colleagues, congratulations to all the graduates. We do have many residents who attend private schools, so many of them have already graduated. And to those who will be graduating from high school, North, South, community, middle school, and Grover Middle School, just want to say congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. My turn, and thank you and congratulations to the graduates also. I want to thank Mayor Marathi for your State of the Township address tonight. I was looking at pictures from your first address in 2018 last night and thinking about we have all been through together, pretty much the whole town, and how far we have come since then. Thank you to the mayor, the staff, and our attorneys and planners for the thorough analysis and professional planning that is taking us through the fourth round for affordable housing. As the mayor has mentioned, the real planning started years ago to allow us to get to this point. I also want to congratulate Kashvi Jakely, a seventh grader from West Windsor, for winning the Revolution West Windsor 250th USA Anniversary Logo Contest. We were just having a little discussion about bringing her in for a council meeting. We'll see when she's available. We look forward to seeing your logo design everywhere over the next year. Thank you to everyone who submitted. There were many good choices to choose from. A lot has happened in town since our last council meeting almost a month ago. Community Middle School had an excellent Memorial Day assembly. West Windsor had an outstanding Memorial Day parade. West Windsor Gives Back raised funds for the PBA at their annual cricket tournament, and the Lions Club packed over 20,000 meals for those in need. On one beautiful Sunday, the Historical Society held a successful farm day, followed later by the Arts Council annual art walk. DPW held a paper shredding day, which included a food collection from Send Hunger Package. The Pranavant School of Dance opened up with a ribbon cutting and a celebration. And we dedicated the plaque to John and Alicia Nash at Nash Park. I'm proud of how our community comes together to remember, and my fellow council members who have all attended with me on this, to celebrate and support each other, and thrilled to be a part of it. I've also attended some outside events, such as Mercer County's Mercer in Motion Conference, which Linda had mentioned, on transportation, the Chamber of Commerce's affordable housing meeting, and a PSE&G chamber meeting on the increase in electric rates. But tonight, I'd like to say a bit more about a couple of events involving local stormwater and water quality that I'm particularly optimistic about. They have the chance to change things for the better in our area. I'm proud to be part of West Windsor's early participation, along with administration and staff, and to be a key part of making this happen. For several years now, we've been part of the Watershed Institute's Assun Pink Working Group, seeking to bring all the towns in the watershed together to come up with joint plans to meet the water quality and stormwater requirements that are part of the New Jersey State MS4 new municipal sewer application. By coming together, we can solve more regional problems and better determine where the difficulties originate. On May 21st, I attended the most recent Assun Pink meeting, and it was decided to move forward with a joint water sampling and Princeton Hydro study plan. Townships would split the bill, but the watershed has put together funding for the sampling and a grant application to DEP for the study. Thank you to Mayor Marathi for quickly putting together a letter of recommendation to the DEP to help get a grant for this very forward-thinking and groundbreaking cooperative program. I hope DEP puts its money where its mouth is and approves the grant. On June 11th, I attended the watershed's kickoff meeting for the Upper Millstone Watershed Working Group, which I was pleased to see more towns now joining at the beginning. Success breeds success. I'm hopeful we can move forward here also, as this area has been a bigger problem in West Windsor with flooding in the Bear Brook areas. We'll continue to work to be on the forefront in stormwater management in our watersheds. Oh, thank you. And Allison, do you have any clerk comments?
I do not.
Okay, then we can go right into the public hearing.
2025-08, an ordinance amending and supplement Part 2 General Legislation of the Revised General Ordinances of the Township of West Windsor, New Jersey, 1999, Chapter 4, Administration of Government, Section 4-37, Police Division.
Okay, I'm going to open the public hearing on this specific ordinance, if anybody wishes to get up to speak about this ordinance. Seeing none, I'm going to ask for a motion to close the hearing.
So moved.
Second.
We have a roll call?
Gawaz?
Yes.
Chevers?
Yes.
Weiss? Whitfield?
Yes.
Mandel?
Yes. The hearing is now closed, and now I'm going to ask for a motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt?
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion from council?
No, just wanted to note that the amending part is we're going from 36 patrol officers to 38. So the 2 additional officers were budgeted for and approved in the 2025 municipal operating budget. So that's the only change.
Thank you. Okay, can I have a roll call?
Gawaz?
Yes.
Chevers?
Yes.
Weiss? Whitfield?
Yes.
Mandel?
Yes, Thank you. Okay, consent agenda.
Okay, bills and claims.
Okay, does anybody wish to pull anything? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve?
Salute.
Second.
Gauss,
Yes.
Gevers,
Yes.
Weiss, Whitfield,
Yes.
Mandel.
Yes. And recommendations from administration and council clerk.
2025-R136, authorizing the appointment of Ketki Modi as a member of the Human Relations Council with a term to expire on January 14th, 2027. 2025-R137, approval of liquor licenses renewals for 2025-2026. 2025-R138, approval of request for a permit from Lead Festival for public fireworks displays on June 27th, June 30th, and July 4th, 2025 at Mercer County Park. 2025-R139, approving the refund of amusement game licenses. 2025-R140, authorizing the refund of a police division application fee. 2025-R141, authorizing the mayor and clerk to execute an easement modification agreement for 1 Milton Court. 2025-R142, authorizing the mayor and clerk to execute a facility use rental agreement with Windsor Whalers Swim Team to use the Waterworks facility. 2025-R143, authorizing the mayor and clerk to execute a professional services agreement with Spiesel Architectural Group, Inc. for professional architectural services for the replacement of the existing fire suppression sprinkler system at the West Windsor Volunteer Fire Station 43 facility, $25,180. 2025-R144, authorizing the business administrator to purchase the annual licensing renewal of an existing email software subscription from SHI International Corp. under the New Jersey Cooperative Purchasing Alliance Contract CK04, subcontract 24-38 with the County of Bergen for a total aggregated amount of $221,344.79. 2025-R145, authorizing the business administrator to execute change order number 1 final with Fiatakas Construction LLC for the 2024 sidewalk repair program for an increase of $16,290.75 for a total not to exceed $105,900.75. 2025-R146, authorizing the insertion of a special item of revenue into the 2025 municipal budget from the state of New Jersey Clean Communities Program, $81,351.43. 2025-R147, authorizing the insertion of a special item of revenue into the 2025 municipal budget from the Mercer County CEHA grant, $25,000.
Thank you. Does anybody wish anything pulled?
No, but I might have to recuse myself on 2025-R143 because Mike, I'm a member of the West Windsor Volunteer Fire Company.
Thank you.
Is that okay?
Do I have to recuse myself as well? My husband is a member of the fire company.
If two, I believe it's two.
I'm not a member, my husband is.
Yeah,
Because last time.
I think last time we nodded, so. I think
Okay. We are good.
Last time it was.
Last time it was a fire truck, which I
Yeah.
Last time was a fire truck. Yeah, with
This
a
is-
piece of a,
voted on. This is a little different. This,
last time was the fire
I mean,
truck.
the money was approved
I think on this one, we're okay.
We are okay.
years ago on.
Yeah, we're all right.
You're all right? Okay.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, so we'll be voting on this without Linda. Can I get a
No,
motion?
am I,
She can,
we can, both of us
Oh,
can?
both of you can? Both?
Yeah, it's further off than conflict, so we're okay.
We are okay. So,
Mike, it can pass 2-0, right? Doesn't need 4 votes.
Well,
It
doesn't
can
need
pass
four.
2-0.
I said, can't we pass with
Saying-
2-0?
2-0. I mean, it doesn't need.
It would
4
be
votes.
2 yeses and 2
Two
abstains.
abstention.
Safe, yeah.
Yeah.
What, so you want 2 recusals, 1 recusal?
years ago,
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's.
before I was a member, but whatever, I
Just
don't
a
want
week
to
there.
create it.
What's your final? Just the two of us and you're, the two will recuse? And just for the record,
So we should read it, yeah, where we're approving all the
okay.
resolutions.
So we'll pull this one out, and do it separately, and we're okay with 2-0 or two abstentions. Two yeses and 2 abstentions will pass it, correct? Okay. All right, we're going to approve, what's the first one? Is 2025 R136 through 2020, nope, I'm sorry.
2025
R142.
142.
Yeah,
and then
I was just gonna remove it, but okay, then we'll do it through 142,
and 144.
and then we're gonna start our 2025, excuse me, 2025 R144 through 2025 R147. So we are just for now pulling 2025 R143 out of the consent agenda here. Okay, can I have a motion for those?
Salute,
Second,
Okay. Gawas,
yes.
Jeevers.
Yes,
Weiss, Whitfield,
yes.
Mandel.
Yes. And now we're going to take a vote on 2025 R143. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
I'll have to second it. And
Okay,
roll call.
roll call. Gawas,
Abstain,
Jeevers,
abstain.
Weiss, Whitfield,
Yes.
Mandel.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Approved. Approved.
Approved. Okay.
Okay, now we're going to go to introduction of ordinances.
Okay, 2025-09, an ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 168, Traffic and Parking, Article 5, Traffic and Parking Regulations on Private Property of the revised general ordinances of the Township of West Windsor, 1999.
Okay, can I get a motion to introduce?
salute,
Second,
Roll call.
Gawas,
yes.
Jeevers.
Yes,
Weiss, Whitfield,
yes.
Mandel.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I'm now going to open up to a final public comment. So if anybody does wish to comment, there's 3-minute limit. Please stand up now. Seeing none, I will close the second public comment. Okay, council reports and discussion. Martin, I'm going to start with you.
Sure. Human Relations met last week. Obviously, the community picnic was canceled this past weekend due to inclement weather. Will be rescheduled in the summer, which will give us obviously 2 good events in the summer for family activities and community togetherness. One would be the community picnic, and second would be National Night Out, which typically takes place the first week in August. Planning Board will be meeting on June 25th. At 6:30 p.m., where residents will be able to hear their housing element and fair share plan for 2025 to 2035, which is the 4th round. That is it. Thank you.
Thank you much. Sonia?
Affordable Housing Committee met on June 5th. The fair share housing plan element was discussed at length, and every committee member has applauded the plan. They really like the plan. So that was the main goal of that meeting, was to go through the plan, and we basically went through each page, and the plan was approved and liked by the committee. Parking Authority met on June 11th. The police department reported total 57 incidents in May. Parking Authority wants to let residents know that new permits are available, because there was some residents who were thinking that permits are unavailable. So the Parking Authority is looking into advertising with the new developments that are coming up. connecting with the realtors and, spreading the word that the permits are available. The
Those
bus-
Wallace Road permits, yeah?
Some
Hmm.
there, and then the one lot and
Okay.
the
Hmm.
transit lot. The bus depot demolition project was also discussed in length. The project goes out to, the demolition project goes out to bid sometime end of July. That's pretty much it from me. Thank you.
Thanks. It sounds like both of committees were doing a lot of work this month, yes.
Yes, one other thing, the one lot, the one drive extension, connection to Alexander Road should open sometime late summer this year. We don't have a date yet on that.
Thank
It's
you.
coming.
It's
Yeah,
coming.
It's coming.
It's very soon, very soon.
Right.
Yes, yes.
I think it'll probably open right when the Avalon project gets their COs. So when the residents move in, the road will
Right,
open, I
right.
think so. It's just
The,
a matter of when that happens.
So when the apartments are, get their COs, then hopefully this will
Correct.
happen at the same time.
Correct.
Okay.
So I'm thinking the residents over there would like to move before the school starts, so it might be towards end of summer, beginning of fall.
Sounds good. I know you can kind of walk through it. Thanks. Okay, Linda.
Yeah, I also want to thank the mayor for his State of the Township address and for your leadership. And there's always a tremendous amount of projects and issues going on constantly. So I just wanted to thank him. The Shade Tree Commission met on May 28th. Members reviewed the Arbor Day event. Next year's theme may revolve around our nation's 250th anniversary. Under Chapter 170, there were 11 applications in April and 8 in May for tree removals. The commission talked about a timeline for approving an updated community forestry management plan, which is, I believe, required by the DEP. So all this work will be likely completed and voted upon on or before November 2026.
Thank you. Okay, Environmental Commission, excuse me, met on June 12th. There was a presentation on gas leaf blower regulations from Christine Symington, who's the Executive Director of Sustainable Princeton, who is involved in the Princeton legislation. There were brief discussions on natural gardens, community solar, and the pollinator and rain gardens, and the reading and meditation area in Community Park. The commission will continue to look at the legislation for the gas leaf blowers. The sustainable Jersey submission was made in May, and if most of those accomplishments if submitted get accepted, we'll have enough to maintain Silver certification, which is the highest certification. We hope to know soon. We also reviewed additional material that may be submitted until the due date in late July, including a report that might come to council. The next meeting will be on July 10th. That's all I've got.
Yeah, and I did listen to part of that environmental
That's right,
commission
you did
meeting
come in.
on the, electric versus gas leaf blowers issues.
Right, and there's looks at whether or not we could limit the hours, whether we can limit it just for leaf blowers is what we're looking at this time. And it would be a good quality of life issue in addition to an environmental issue if we're able to do some of that. Administration, are there any more administration updates?
I have nothing. Thank you.
Okay, Mayor? Nobody? Okay, there's no closed session now, so I'm going to entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Meeting is now adjourned. Thank you for everyone, okay?